Yeah, we already have the bans underway with EG getting first ban, first pick. They are going to start off with a Zeratul ban. Zeratul being really good at just... It's just such a difficult hero to play against at times. Some certain Void Prisms can just like make or break a fight. So it's just a solid, safe ban against a team you aren't too comfortable with, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, with the Zeratul ban, that's followed by the Tassadar ban from Clairvoyant, and then immediately EG picks up Tychus. I mean, every team values Tychus as arguably the strongest assassin in the game, so that's pretty standard stuff.
Yeah. That leaves a lot on the table with Tassadar Zeratul banned. Clairvoyant has the option between Vala, Falstad, Nazebo, and Arthas, and they're going to go with Vala and Nazebo, both really high damage, both have a lot of AoE, so solid choices there. And that leaves Falstad and Arthas up for EG.
Yeah, that seems pretty likely. I don't know why they wouldn't get Arthas at this point. You don't want to give them Arthas when they have Vala, because Executioner with Frozen Tempest becomes a really scary combo. There's a lot of options. I mean, obviously it's very early in the draft, so there's a ton of options on the floor. But I do agree that those are... I mean, Falstad's pretty much a guaranteed. But the second slot, Arthas seems very likely, but maybe they want to deny the Stitches. Now, EG doesn't play a lot of Stitches, but maybe they want to deny it.
Mookie Pants has a decent Stitches, so it wouldn't be too bad if they did snag up that Stitches. And they're thinking pretty hard on it, because that is a good point that you said yesterday that Stitches was pretty dominant. No, I don't remember if you said it, Jake, but today is best of threes, unlike yesterday, which was best of ones until the finals. So there's no, losing one game and getting knocked out.
Right. It's no more best of ones, and it's a lot easier to beat a team in a best of... I mean, that's a very obvious statement to say, but I mean, especially back in the days of StarCraft 2 when I was watching best of ones, like, you could just run a cheesy comp and just win the game. But in the best of 3, it's more of a well-rounded test of skill, because you have to play in multiple maps. And same kind of deal like when I played Smash competitively. If you might be able to win on one stage, but you got to be able to win on multiple maps in this kind of scenario. So best of 3 really throws it up in the air.
Arthas Falstad.
Arthas Falstad, oh my goodness. He's in their heads. He knows.
Apparently I'm a bit louder than you.
I know, I've adjusted it since then.
Awesome. Jake's so good, man. This guy.
It's 2 minute delay for the chat, so it'll be a little bit later, but I have adjusted it once I saw it in the chat.
Okay.
On point. So, yeah, Arthas Falstad, like we said, in general, Arthas, a lot of people consider him to be the best tank in the game right now. People will actually argue for Chen, which is crazy to think about. And even the current Muradin is actually really strong because of how much, sustain he has. But Arthas just has so much control in the battlefield. When you have Army of the Dead, you just stay alive for so very long. And he's Falstad,
yeah.
He's the last range assassin in the game that has not been picked or banned, that just has a ton of power.
Yeah, it's it's pretty good setup there. You get the root down from Arthas, and you get the shock and awe land to do a lot of damage. Really good synergy between those two heroes. As for Clairvoyant Gaming, you said they like Stitches, so I'm expecting that Stitches pick. Not too bad on Dragonshire.
Yeah, I expect Stitches and Uther.
I would say Stitches Brightwing.
Brightwing just because of Nazebo?
Because of Nazebo. If they go Uther, that leaves EG to take Brightwing, and then Brightwing can just keep Uther completely away from Nazebo easily. So I'm expecting Stitches Brightwing. But Uther, like, both supports are really good. It really comes on the play style. Again, LZ's playing support, so it's really what he's comfortable with.
Well, LZ's not the Nazebo team.
Brightwing Muradin. Okay. Not wanting that Stitches. Okay. Muradin's also a really good choice because...
This is a full Nazebo comp. Yeah. That's the point of Brightwing Muradin. It's all about... I mean, Brightwing and Muradin are both counters and supports for Nazebo.
Yep.
We've seen time and time again where you have the Ravenous Spirit on someone and Muradin is on that same person. You just die. You just cannot get away because Muradin just keeps you locked down so well. So... Okay, we didn't see any of this yesterday. No Ravenous Spirit comps coming out of Clairvoyant at all. So, very cool.
I'm really liking their draft so far, though. It's really solid. Not to say that EG isn't. They're both really good. They're both drafting how they should be, I feel. Nothing is unexpected here. I'm liking how it goes. For EG, they have their last 2 picks. I mean, more than likely it will be Uther, just because right now the only supports we see are Brightwing and Uther.
Yep.
As for the 5th,
I don't know if we'd see Malfurion at all. Uther's not.
The only team that plays Malfurion in consistency is SMG.
They did go with Malf. Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because LZ used to be the biggest Malfurion buff, so that does make sense. I forgot about that.
That was a long time ago. That's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. And the Kerrigan is just such a brutal hero. We're seeing her a lot right now.
So, Kerrigan Arthas is already terrifying. You throw Root down into that when you have Kerrigan pull them in, and then you have Howling Blast and then Malfurion's Root. It's just like, if they get a pick on anyone, that's huge. And the other big thing about Kerrigan that makes her a really nice pick is because she can dive onto Nazebo and interrupt that Ravenous Spirit. I mean, there's a good chance she's going to be sacrificing her life to do that, but sometimes it's worth it. And she can do so much burst. But we got the double Envenom, got a lot of engagement potential there. Both comps look really good, and there's the Stitches.
I like this. Both comps are drafted very well. Yeah, I'm pretty high. Like, I don't have any complaints about how either team drafted right now. Both make a lot of sense. The Stitches is really nice in this composition, again, with helping defend that Nazebo. This is just really good drafting from both teams. I'm happy to see this game.
It's going to be good. We're playing on Dragonshire for the first game. Again, this is a best-of-3 series. We can see the comps here. Brightwing, Vala, Nazebo, Muradin, Stitches. And then we've got Kerrigan, Arthas, Malfurion, Tychus, and Falstad. Again, Arthas missing in the center portrait there. 4 evil geniuses, but that bug will be dead soon, as we do have... Well, hopefully. We hope this will be fixed when the beta starts next week.
Yeah, that would be... That would be ideal. Beta, man, it's so soon. I can't believe how close it is. It's a week and a day.
8 days. Well, the game is
so crazy.
Yeah, the game's starting here. The question is, do you remember which team was on the top in the lobby? Was it EG? I don't know if I have them on the right sides. Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out, guys.
I'm nodding yes, but it's an unsure yes. So.
It's a very unsure nod.
There's a little bit of a head tilt to that nod. You know, it's not confirmed. I believe so, yes, because they're the ones that invited me.
50% chance the overlay gods are good to us. Dragonshire, round 1. Oh my goodness, your microphone just exploded.
Yeah. Sorry, I always forget when I load into a game. The Yeti, yeah. I'll be prepared next time. I hate this so much, but we're good.
It's the weirdest problem. That's the weirdest issue to have, but it's fixed. It's rectified and beautiful, and you sound
rectified.
I'm obsessed with that word lately. So the game's almost loaded here.
Dragonshire, man, love this map. Most people think it's one of the better maps. This and Cursed Hollow. Usually, maps people don't complain about too much.
And, we were originally going to be casting a different game, so I have the completely wrong overlay here. So hype. So let's fix that.
Well, while he's fixing that, I'll go ahead and introduce the teams. Here in the blue trunks, we have Team Evil Geniuses with Idra on Tychus, LZ Gamer on Malfurion, Miwa on Falstad, Mookie Pants on Arthas, and Faye playing Kerrigan. And in the red trunks, we have Team Clairvoyant Gaming with Atlanta on Stitches, Clown on Vala, Caterpillar on Muradin, Echo on Brightwing, and Spanker on Nazebo.
We're getting there, boys. We're getting there.
We're getting there.
It's almost fixed. Hashtag production things.
Hashtag production things. While we're doing production things, I love the Nexus Charger. That's such a good mount. Oh, it's so cool to watch. Not as good as the Money Pig, though, which no one on EG is riding, unfortunately.
What is wrong with EG? All right, now that we can actually observe the game and the overlay is fixed, let's take a look here in the bottom lane. It looks like we're going to be having the triple lane from Clairvoyant in the bottom. Just Idra presently, as they're opting to push with triple in the top. Now they're looking for the Skink, the Arthas Kerrigan. The second Atlanta's out of position, he's actually going to take a lot of damage. They don't have Envenom yet, but if they're able to get that, I mean, Atlanta's smart. He knows that 2 members are missing, so he's being very cautious.
Yeah, and they're just going to go ahead and leave that lane. Mookie Pants and Faye headed to the mid lane. They're probably going to be roaming most of this game. Could see Faye sitting in bottom for a while to just help Tychus deal with the push. Tychus is actually really good at countering push when he gets melting point, so it's not the worst having Tychus against this lane, but he will need help. And here we go, the gank coming in now. Faye goes for the pull on Echo, does not get it. Hits the stun though, the root does not land, but he gets the root on Spanker. Knockback happens, big damage on the Spanker, but he will just get out of there. Man, that were just so poor synergy between the members of EG. They didn't look like they knew who they wanted to go on. Faye was pulling a different target as Arthas was rooting a different one. The knockback was late and the root missed. It just wasn't the best executed fight there.
Right, yeah, with that much kill potential to not get a kill, you're losing experience in the middle lane in the process of doing that. It's not a good start. It doesn't really make a big difference. The experience is still very even. They only lost probably 4 minions or so, but still, they really, really wanted to get that kill on Spanker, and they should have got it.
Yeah, it's just, it didn't look like they knew where they were going. The Caterpillar's got a little bit out of position here. Root does end up missing, and they're going to be able to back out just fine. Faye at half health. Getting a little bit of damage from Nazebo, but we'll be fine.
Now at this point, you know, it's going to be a pretty static top lane unless we get really sick of coming out of the Stitches in the top. We see they're fighting over the bottom shrine. Top shrine is being held by Clairvoyant at this point in time. Faye needs to back on up here and make sure she taps the shrine.
Looking getting really low though, gets polymorph, the jump happens on him, pull happens on Echo, and Venom does go down on Echo, but he's going to get out of there just fine. First blood going over to Clairvoyant Gaming.
And first blood and both shrines. The Dragon is going to be attempted to be capped here, but LZ's not going to let it go for free, but we see multiple members rotating up. Caterpillar is going to try to zone here.
Moonfire does go down, Clown is getting Brightwing Comfort on him. Here comes Alanda, does land the hook onto Faye, but no Murden follow up there, but they do secure the Dragonite. First one of the game going to Clairvoyant.
I mean, coming out with a bang, they got first blood, they got the first Dragonite at only 2 minutes 50 seconds here into this game. Really impressive stuff here, really nice synergy, just rotation between the lanes.
Yeah, first Dragonite, not the most powerful. It usually will get a few towers, but that's about it. Yeah. Health pool is very low. I believe it's got 6,200 HP at this level, which for a Dragonite is not that much. And attack damage is 140. So it should be able to get the towers, but that's about it. Kind of love this little mod thing that Ollie made.
Shout out to Ollie once again. The new user experience is much better. We can actually see with the talents, level 7 talents here have been achieved for Clairvoyant, and taking a look at them here, we can see that it's pretty standard stuff. I mean, Murden, Stitches is running a more sustained build, you know, chew your food and amplified healing. Middle of the road build right now, a little bit multi-shot Rancor and battle momentum. Could definitely spec either way as Vala continues to level. You can go into a multi-shot style, or you can go more of an auto-attack style. And on the other half, I mean, obviously, it's pretty standard stuff. We're always going to see double Envenom when you see Arthas Kerrigan. Yeah. But Mookie out of position here.
Yeah, Polymorph goes down, double wall to block him off. Mookie Pants not going to be able to get out of there. Pull happens on Caterpillar, as well as the grenade follow-up, but, you know, just not enough there to follow up, and it is a Murden after all.
Yeah, Murden, he's going to stun you, he's going to lock you down. Clown pushing forward here, he's got to be careful. But with Arthas down, he knows he can get a little bit more greedy than he typically would. Stealing the offensive Giants here, those are going to actually take out this well so quickly with Clown, and that's actually a really nice play. Those Giants will fall rather quickly, but it's experience when you kill those Giants that you're denying from them.
One level lead in favor of Clairvoyant. They're in prime position to hit 10 before Evil Geniuses, and we'll have to see how they want to abuse that level advantage, that talent advantage. But here comes Faye diving in on the Spanker, does miss the pull, and they're going to be just fine.
Yeah, once you miss that pull, I mean, you just have to back up. Like, your entire combo has been lost, and Kerrigan's not a tank. She's not a frontliner. Your entire purpose is to get that combo off, get a lot of damage done, and secure a kill.
Both teams just trying to soak as much experience as possible. We're seeing all 3 lanes being soaked, and Arthas Kerrigan being the only ones actually roaming consistently right now.
See Caterpillar getting aggressive here in the bottom lane, just trying to zone them out, you know, kind of put the fear of death into their eyes, if you will, and zone them out from this bottom tower. Now we see Clown coming down, 4 members pushing this lane, getting the aggression on. Level 10 has been achieved, almost a 2-level lead right now. 1 level, the math is hard.
So we do see Gorge from Stitches, and we see Rain of Vengeance from the Vala. Don't know how I feel about that. Strafe is just so good, but using the Rain of Vengeance to help disengage versus a Kerrigan and an Arthas could be really strong.
Yep, and you also have to consider that one thing a lot of teams have started doing recently is they actually get Hook, Gorge. Do we see Gorge as well? Yes, we have Gorge. You Gorge them up, and then you use Rain of Vengeance kind of as the follow-up. So once they're spit out, Rain of Vengeance goes down on their face, and they're just completely obliterated. Oh my goodness, Echo trying to follow him up to zone 4 Clown while he tries to attempt to grab the Dragonite, but not going to happen here. Looks like everyone's rotating to the middle of the map.
And there comes the pull, goes down. Echo is stunned. He gets the Emerald Wind off. He's going to be fine. Milky Pants push back. Atlanta coming up from behind, but Falstad is there as well. Ravenous Spirit's going down, doing not too much damage to Evil Geniuses because Tranquility was used. Hiding back very well. Caterpillar is at half HP. Mookie Pants does hit the road on Spider. There's a shotgun. Doing a lot of damage. Root follow up, and there we go. And Zebo's going to fall. Good kill and survivability from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, that last shotgun was actually a really crucial part of that battle, securing that kill. I mean, with Falstad rotating down and never really being contested in that entire time, he was just able to unload damage. And like you said, the Ravenous Spirit, oh my goodness, the roots to stop the Gorge from getting anything done. What a big play there.
Ended up being a 1-for-1 trade there, but Evil Genius is executing that very well. Tranquility showing to be really powerful against that Nazebo ult, keeping everyone alive when it was just hitting 3 people. Didn't seem like EG was dropping at all. And now Clairvoyant Gaming is able to push this lane in the middle here, but they did lose that top shrine. They have Nazebo headed up there. Don't know if he's going to be able to bully out Falstad, though.
Yeah, typically Falstad has a bit more burst, but with Atlanta right around the corner, I mean, I think Miwa's in kind of a bad position here. He can dash through that wall, but with Falstad on his tail, if you will, he's going to be really tough for him to get out of this. Because, okay, well, with Zebo not chasing, yep, he dodges the hook, and nicely done.
Yeah, but they're going to get that top shrine. At the same time, EG just gets Caterpillar in the bottom lane, and they're going to secure the bottom shrine. So, good job from EG rotating around the map, realizing they were going to lose the top shrine, so they went and claimed the bottom one.
Now we see everyone from EG is in the middle lane. They're just kind of half-party bushing. They see Clown as an opportunity, but they are spotted pretty quickly, so Clown is going to be backing up to his allies in the top lane, where we may have a full-on team fight.
Well, there you go, Faye jumping in on no, not ready to escape from Cloud. Nice patience from Faye. Most characters would just jumped in, but Mookie Pants was not ready to follow up. There would have been a wasted combo.
Oh my
goodness. Does not have
the
one yet.
Clown is so out of position right here. He's owned a nice vault forward, but is it enough? The Rain of Vengeance to possibly keep his life here, but no, Faye going in at the last second.
Atlanta chasing Miwa out of the fight right now. Ultralisk being taken by Faye. Interesting talent. They're not going for the Maelstrom. Forgot to check EG's talents, but a 1-for-1 kill as Miwa was killed by Atlanta. And now EG is taking that top shrine. Brightwing is trying to get to the bottom one, and EG should not be able to get a DK out of this.
No, there's no way they're going to DK, and that is a big hook.
EG, Idra going to fall there. Nice hook. Didn't realize Idra was going to come out of that Odin solo. If he would have been aware of that, he should have backed off. But Faye being stunned by Caterpillar. Nice body block there. Mookie Pants coming from behind. EG's kind of in an awkward position right now. Mookie Pants is being chased by 3 members. The hook goes down. He's being dived on by Murden. The stun follow-up happens. Mookie Pants is forced to pop Army of the Dead. The polymorph happens there, but no more stuns. He should be able to stay alive for now. He is sending them on a wild goose chase. But here comes Vala. Doesn't have Rain of Vengeance just yet. She won't be actually to get them. I can't believe Mookie didn't die though.
Yeah, he's still alive. It's actually kind of insane. He went just kind of the longest possible route around. You'd think you might try to run to your base, but nope, he just kind of did ring around the rosy with the Dragonite in the middle, and he lives to see another day.
EG controls both shrines right now. Let's see if they can get a DK. Nazebo is headed to the top lane, so they should be able to deny that, as EG was not willing to commit to a fight without having Idra there.
Now, of course, Brightwing just bribed those giants on the right side. Hearth back to get some mana. She will phase shift right on into Caterpillar in the middle of the map. We have EG in the bottom lane, just kind of trying to find someone out of position. They're rotating to the middle. They see they have the bottom shrine, but they know that they've got to be there. They find Echo.
There's Chuckanah, and does a lot of damage. Emerald Wind pushing people back, but he's keeping himself alive somehow, some way. But he gets hit by a Moonfire. Will Venom be enough to kill him? No, he should be able to live. The Rabbit Spirit doing a decent amount of damage. The Mookie Pants, Idra getting pretty low. Tranquility doing a lot of healing right now. Odin was forced to be popped. Mookie Pants does not have Army of the Dead just yet. He has to keep running. Odin's about to fall out of this. He's so low in HP. He's trying to get away. Hook kick to Miwa instead of Idra, and Idra does end up falling. Miwa has to be careful. Stormbolt does end up missing him. Caterpillar is still going for the chase. Gets the stun on him. The root ends up hitting Caterpillar, but not enough to save his ally. A 3-for-0 favor of Clairvoyant.
Man, so many members got so low. The Ravenous Spirit didn't really get the amount of value you want to see. Ultralisk proving to be a really interesting choice in this match because it seems to be doing a decent amount of damage, but I'm not sold on it yet. Like, Maelstrom is, you have guaranteed control because sometimes the Ultralisk will just find a minion, find a tower, find something it wants to attack, and it goes for it because you do not have control over it.
Yeah, if Ultras just chases Lala down the entire fight, that would be fantastic, but it didn't seem to be the case in that fight. Kills right now 9-3, but here we go. Root goes down onto Spanker. Faye gets stunned, and there comes the rate of vengeance, and Faye gets immediately evaporated by Clairvoyant. LZ Gamer is in full retreat, but no mana to keep himself alive. He's going to fall as well. A 2-for-0 trade. Level 16 has been acquired by Faye.
Yeah, this is kind of spiraling out of control at this point. I mean, the 2-level advantage from Clairvoyant at this point in the game is big enough. But on top of that, they have that talent advantage for another more than a full level at this point. And they're pushing that. I mean, they have 2 members down. They're pushing with that. This keep is actually, I mean, I actually think it's the wrong call to back up here because they can continue to pressure pretty safely for 10 seconds. Oh, they're just switching to the middle lane. I see their strategy.
Level 16 talents, nothing too out of the ordinary here from our members of Clairvoyant Gaming. Still no 16 from EG. We do have double rewrite on both Kerrigan and Falstad, so that allows Faye to do a double stun combo, but will it be enough? They do see that the Knights here. The hook does end up missing. Lucky Pants goes straight in. Atlanta looking just fine. There's a shotgun that got interrupted. Nice stun there. Faye getting so low, and she is going to dive in, but she ends up falling. Routed Spirit forcing LZ Gamer out of the fight. Even with Tranquility, he can barely keep himself alive, and he does end up falling. Clown goes for the chase on the Meanwhile. The shotgun now does finally happen. Clown gonna fall. Idra has to kite away. There's the first aid trying to keep himself alive. Nice grenade, and Clown, or excuse me, Idra and Miwa are barely going to live a 3-for-1 trade in favor of CG.
You know, the shock and awe there would have made that be an okay engagement for Evil Geniuses. If the shock and awe got off, it would have hit at least 4 members of Clairvoyant, but the fact that it was interrupted just made it look so incredibly one-sided it's not even funny. I mean, you guys saw it happen. They just got picked apart, and that's really the moral, I mean, what it came down to is the shock and awe getting interrupted.
Clairvoyant Gaming taking the Knights on the bottom side of the map. They're doing a really good job of controlling the camps in this game. I don't know if I've even seen EG take a single camp. I know they've taken Giants once when it was bribed by Falstad, but that's it, I think. So Clairvoyant doing a great job of having full map control on the Mercs.
I mean, yeah, they're just murking it up again here, taking the Giants. They might even grab the Knights, but with the Shrines coming up in just about 25 seconds, we'll likely see them go down to a Shrine. Now, EG cleaning up the bottom lane right now. They're really just kind of, you know, searching around, but we can actually see the party bush being set up in the middle of the map to see if EG rotates there.
EG, I like the fact that they're grouped up at this point. They know that if anyone gets caught out at this point, it gives Clairvoyant the opportunity to take a keep and potentially end the game. But they're grouping as one. They're going to the top tower. They want to make sure that they just don't give it a DK for free. Here's Brightwing over here.
Yeah, I thought Echo was going to go up. I was like, what are you doing, Echo? Please do not do this. But no, he's being very smart. He's being pretty passive here in the top lane. And we see a 5-man Hearth coming out of Evil Geniuses as they suspect the bottom lane is going to get pushed forward. Caterpillar is showing himself at this gate. Is this just a trick?
Yeah, it looks like they forced EG to back, allowed Echo to get that top shrine, and now Clairvoyant Gaming, actually they're not heading to the DK. I thought they were immediately going to go to the DK, but there goes a stun on Idra. He does end up immediately evaporating. Shock and Awe does end up only hitting Spanker there, and I mean, what can you do right now without your Typhus? He's such a pivotal part of your team fighting. He does so much damage. Odin is such a threat, and they don't have that now, so this allows Brightwing to just go get the DK for free while the 4 members here just push bottom.
Oh my goodness, the hook there on LZ Gamer. Atlanta just hitting those hooks time and time again. He's going to get punished for it, though. He gets blown up almost immediately. And it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, but like you said, Brightwing is in the Dragonite as we speak.
Ultra's has been popped, and Murden is rooted. He is diving straight in onto the backline. There's the Ravenous Spirit, forcing LZ to fall back, and Mookie Pants is going to fall. Tranquility not able to keep him alive there. It is now a 3 versus 4 with the DK being in this fight, and look how fast that keeps falling, Jake.
Oh, the Dragonite, I mean, it's only 14 minutes in, but he still hits like a bus, smacking away at that keep. It's going to be the first keep to fall this game. Not a single fort has fallen on the Clairvoyant side of the map, and they've already taken 2 forts and 1 keep here. The pressure is on. The Dragonite still got 35 seconds left to continue smacking away. They're going to do that on the middle fort. Keep.
So close to level 20. Clairvoyant Gaming wants this desperately. It's a huge advantage for them. They get 2 resurgences out of this. Bolt on ball, making her just a little bit more mobile and better survivability. It's a really pivotal talent here, and Echo wants to push this keep right now. He's going in for it. Will he be able to take it?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be going in. The nice route there to slow him down. He's only got another 7 seconds on it, so he's opting to back up here. Now they are here as 5, ready to roll. What with Faye coming through, the Shock and Awe going down, doing a lot of damage to Clown. It's going to force a backup here from Clairvoyant.
Clairvoyant in full retreat. They did not have their stitches there. They did not want to fight without it, but now Cloud being healed up by Echo, going to go tap well, and they should be able to re-engage quickly at the Knights. Here comes the Gorge onto Mookie Pants. He's being kind of back. Idra and LG Gamer going to support. There is the stun, though. You're not getting out of there, Mookie. Faye gets the pull on Echo, but now EG has to just fully retreat here. Idra popping that open, maybe a bit preemptively. He might have been able to get out there without it, but they're wanting to disengage. And look at that Ultra actually just getting completely obliterated. When you're level 20, you can just target that thing down so fast.
Yeah, it did a lot of work, but like you said, it melted so quickly. I mean, it's a minor annoyance when it's by itself, that's for sure. Those Giants being taken by EG, but Faye is in a bad spot. Caterpillar behind in the hook just for insurance policy. Gonna remove Faye from the game.
3 people left to fight this 5-man push from Clairvoyant Gaming. They have level 20. That means they have Resurgence of the Storm. They should be able to get this keep here. They have a lot of minions supporting it. 11 seconds onto Arthas. Don't know what heroics are up at the moment. Nice dodge there from Idra to avoid that hook.
Yeah, it was close. It was very close. But nicely done, like you said. This keep, in fact, going to be falling here for sure. And we see the Giants are pushing bottom lane. No, they die as soon as I say that. And of course, the Knights being picked up here by Clairvoyant. At this point, level 20 has been achieved. Level 20 talents, we have 1 Resurgence, 1 Bolt. We actually have the upgrade on Gorge, the upgrade on Ravenous Spirit, and of course, continuous wins from Brightwing.
Really? The upgrade on Gorge over Resurgence, that's interesting.
It's a confidence play. Going for Hungry Stitches is almost their way of saying, look, we're beating you, we don't actually need Resurgence, and we're going to beat you without it.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
It's definitely it's a confidence play, that's all it is.
Yeah, okay, I can agree with that. It's been a while since I've seen that talent. Last time I saw it, don't train like 8 an entire team, so I hope we get to see something like that. And here comes Atlanta, heading straight up to that top shrine. All of EG is...
Here he goes! 1.
Second one going down onto Faye. He's going to grab
3.
So there's the shock and awe. It only hits Echo, though. LG Gamer getting devoured. Faye getting picked off almost immediately as well. She goes for the Spanker. Does end up breaking the ult, but he is going to fall. Or she's going to fall as well. Mookie Pants is getting really low. Idra is in full retreat. Now he's getting stunned by Murden. He's full health, I believe, inside this, but I don't think he's going to get away. So many stuns, and he is just going to end up falling there.
Just talk about lockdown. You got 3 people getting consumed by Stitches' fat gut, and then an Emerald Wind going down, just blowing everything away. Like, they actually, EG couldn't even fight. They actually couldn't control their characters because they were caught in such a tight spot that they just kind of got pushed around and died in the process.
We see the core is just getting evaporated right now. There's nothing EG can do right now. That's going to be game. I mean, pretty brutal showing here. 23 kills to 6 in favor of in favor of Clairvoyant Gaming. There was almost never a moment where, I guess there was one point in the mid game where EG kind of won a little exchange, and that's about it.
Yeah, it was pretty one-sided. I mean, even from the beginning, we saw EG have that one opportunity at the very start of the game at the bottom of the map where they really had a nearly secured gank. It was 4v3. They had 4 huge damage dealers. Kerrigan, Arthas just locked someone down, and their focus fire wasn't there. And that wasn't necessarily the story of the entire game, just Clairvoyant kind of picking them apart. Some weird choices on heroics. Ultralisk, not really a common thing.
I don't know if that's a misclick or not.
I mean, it's definitely more viable than it used to be, just because of the way the meta shifted, and the Ultralisk seems to just do more damage with the fact that you can't control it at all. I mean, it's tough because, like we said earlier, it can just kind of run off and do whatever it wants. So
yeah, and most Kerrigans, like Glaurung and Arthalon's Kerrigans and Soldier's Kerrigans, they all still take Maelstrom. So it was nice. It was an interesting thing to see. It felt pretty, like, except for the very first team fight, it felt very unimpactful most of the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would agree. So this is, in fact, a best-of-3 series. So we're going to be getting ready for Game 2. The teams do, in fact, have to map strike and figure out which map they're playing on next.